What's up, everybody? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video, we're going to go over the best teams you can use to beat the newest Apocalyptic Shadow Ichor Beast. So this one is going to have the Flame Reaver and the good old tutorial boss himself. Funny showcase guy because of how much damage you can do once you, expose the weak point. Doombringer, right? So, wow, bro, they have the full government, bro. Flame Reaver of Doomsday led astray. What a name, bro. Actually, this is a Dokkan name. Where it's like, for those of you who play Dokkan, they'll call Goku to be like Goku, and he'll be like, fierce struggle Goku or whatever. This is like Flame Reaver of Doomsday led astray. Like, Dokkan has titles where it's all like, the Saiyan who will defend everything he loves, and it's like a giant thing of text on it. Anyway, let's go over what this Apocalyptic Shadow has buff-wise. So, when an enemy with Steadfast Safeguard is weakness broken, the control states for all allies are dispelled, their skill points are recovered, and their ultimates are activated. The skill damage taken by all allies, imagine. The skill damage taken by all enemies increases by 25%. Fan on. For the first fight, we have the damage dealt by the character in position 1 in the lineup increases by 60%. For every 4 skill points consumed, 1 skill point is recovered. Then, after an allied target consumes their own HP, increase their damage dealt by 40% for 3 turns. Then the last one is after an allied target deals dot damage to an enemy, 6 energy is generated. Dot dealt by all allies have 30% all type res against enemy targets. Phanon, Blade Mide, and Castros, right? And then dot team, right? It makes sense, right? Then for the second fight, we have increased all allies skill damage and ultimate damage dealt by 50%. We have an ally breaks an enemy target's weakness, advance action forward by 25%. And then follow-up attack damage dealt by characters ignore 15% of the target's all-type res, and can also reduce the toughness of targets that do not have the corresponding weakness, with the effect being equivalent to half of the original toughness from that ability. Because they always got to give break and follow up something every single time, right? But overall, these are the buffs. Let's go ahead and jump on over. I'm hoping that everything looks good when I pop it up. It does. Cool. Alright, so first things first, meta characters. These characters are pretty much just good every single endgame mode, no matter what. These characters are going to be characters like Cypher, Hyacine, Tribby. Pretty much characters that are either a sustain or are just a universally good support, right? So let's just knock these ones out, honestly. Silver Wolf is also up here now. Good to have you back. Love that. And Gallagher's up here. Am I forgetting anybody? No, I'd say this is pretty much it. Alright, cool. Alright, anyway, let's go over the characters that work in both first, right? These characters are going to be, Phanon works in both. They're weak to physical. He implants it anyway. This guy has the 3. He'll probably just instantly break it and then one shot. We're gonna see disgusting ass numbers from Phanon from this because of how the boss works, right? And you might think Flame Reaver would not be too well because he has a gimmick to where he hides behind his clones and that just takes too much turns. Well, they actually solved that. They found a way to make even Phanon glaze more than they thought they could by making it to where Flame Reaver summons a shadow that if you kill it, you get an extra turn. So you pretty much just charge, you throw out your meteor, you destroy a bunch of shadows, and then you get another turn. You basic attack it, I'd assume, right? It breaks it. If you do enough damage, I don't know how weak the shadows are going to be, but you probably just cycle Phanon ult until you fucking die, basically. And when I say die, I mean, you age 50 years, because he's going to be disgusting, right? Other characters, Herta, right? They're weak to ice. Herta's going to go crazy. Funny enough, Jinglu will also be good. Now, she will be slightly less good because she won't be able to hit every single shadow from Flame Weaver, but she recently got buffed. The stuff works for her. It'll be good. And then we're also going to put Mini Herta here because, where is Mini Herta? Mini Herta. There she is. Mini Herta will also be solid, mostly for him, right? I'll put her up here, right? Just because when he does some of the shadows, you can just spin the wind and clear them all out pretty quickly with Mini Herta, so that's pretty nice. Saber is going to work good on this guy, right? Archer is going to put in can work. Archer is single target based, so that one phase will be a bit annoying. But depending on how fast you can take out the shadows and get the extra turn, it might be able to work, right? Good old Anaxa is going to be able to work in both. I'm pretty sure he has wind res, if I'm not mistaken. But you should be able to just tear through that, honestly. Castoris, pretty much just made for this boss, right? Good old... I'm pretty sure both have imaginary res, and you wouldn't run them anyway, because Rapid just wouldn't work, unfortunately. Fei Zhao is going to be good against this guy. You are going to have to single target them down, but you should be able to do a good amount of damage anyway. With Fei Zhao, right? Yunli can work as well. She's going to be a lot easier to do in this one instead of Flame Reaver just because of the game mechanic. Firefly is going to work pretty well. There's 3 enemies that you have to destroy before getting to the main target. Firefly has a blast skill, pretty much just sets it there. Acheron should be pretty good against Flame Reaver. Where do I want to put Dot? Because this guy would be weaker to Black Swan, and this guy would be weaker to Kafka. That would probably overall be better for this because they have more AoEs. So I'm going to put in Can Work. And do I want to put Black Swan? I'll put Black Swan with her. They're pretty much just, no, I just put I'll just put Kafka. She'll represent Dot on her own, basically, right? Just, AoEs, follow-ups, and whatnot. She should be fine. Dot should work out pretty well. Plus, Dot is on the top side, right? Same thing with draining HP, right? Which, funny enough, whoops, casters. Blade will be absolutely disgusting. Honestly, on both, right? But unfortunately, he's not weak to wind, which is a key mechanic in Apocalyptic Shadow. Until you break them, you ain't doing jack for damage. So unfortunately, we had to stick Blade here. But if you are able, like if you have Silverwolf to implant wind or whatever it is to, maybe you have, let's say like Fugue or something. I don't know. If you were able to lower the toughness, then Blade would definitely be up here. It'd be disgusting. So we're just going to put Blade in there. Blade is an absolutely amazing character now. Now looking at other characters, I think that's pretty much it for teams, right? Obviously the characters in Can Work are going to be a bit more love. Honestly, Kafka should work just fine. We're going to put her up here, right? I don't know why I'm hating like she's unplayable. But the characters in Can Work are going to need a bit more love, especially Yunli because she's an older character. And this Archer will be busted. It's just, you could struggle, especially if you don't have Sparkle when he summons clones. That could be a bit annoying. But no, these characters should be absolutely fine. There's a huge amount of options now. I mean, we're getting Archer for free. Like Casters, Herda are still good. You probably summon on one of them. I'm assuming Acheron's still pretty solid, right? A bunch of characters got buffed, right? Phanon is good in both of them, and Nox is good in both of them. Like, it just works out well, right? But other than that, that'll pretty much be it for the video. Let me know in the comments what teams you use for Apocalyptic Shadow. If it was easy, hard, did you beat it with any other teams? Let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you put your teams in the comments below so people who don't have teams here or need a better idea of what to run can, maybe copy your team and get a clear on. But other than that, that'll be it for the video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.